Hey guys, let me know if you could hear me okay. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. This is like a cold start because I was like literally printing this reference. Um, Sign into chat. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I haven't opened up my OBS in a couple weeks, so I'm like scatterbrained again, and it's been a while. So, how are you guys doing? I'm gonna scroll up and say hi pretty soon here. Hello, Arthur and JD and Richard, of course, and Doodly Don, John Brown. Hello, hi guys. Happy holidays, New Year's, I guess, because we just finished with Christmas. And what did you guys do during your holiday break? I guess. I think if you saw the Discord, I was actually playing Expedition 33, which was an amazing game. I only got to play an hour and a half, but an hour and a half for me is a long time. So that was pretty cool. Hey, what's up? Tone War. Joe, hello. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. We didn't have any snow on Christmas, but it so happened I woke up this morning it was like 7 a.m. because they're delivering my beautiful Husky filing cabinet or tool cabinet to put all my art supplies and paper in. So they woke us up at like 7 in the morning. I barely had my pajamas on, and we went and got that. And so I was up at 7, took a nap, and so here we are. But yeah, now there's snow. That's I think that's what I was trying to say. There's actually snow on the ground, and it's kind of cool. So had a ton of family over. That's awesome. Yeah, I would imagine a lot of us are hanging out with family at this point, or was, except for John and I didn't have any family members nearby, so we kind of just went and had like yeah, I know, JD, it's 7 a.m. because they were supposed to deliver it on Christmas Eve, but that didn't happen. So 7 a.m. on a Saturday it was. Yeah, I didn't have any family around, so John and I just went and had some dinner and stayed at a hotel nearby, so that was fun. So, hello, Joe Dent. Merry Christmas to you. I heard everybody's been playing the new Metroid, I suppose, and my brother said he marathoned 14 of the games, so that's pretty awesome. So today we're going to use my fun India ink, color ink. So that's how we're going to color this. As usual. Merry Christmas to you as well. Rain, I keep saying this wrong. Rain Allen Art. I'm thinking that's what your screen name is. Thank you so much. So before I forget, so what I had to do, because this is on, as you see, it's like flimsy copy paper. The actual version is going to be, let me turn this down a little bit. It's going to be colored on bristle, so nicer bristle. There we go. So I had to light box it. And I'm thinking maybe the person that, requested this commission, I could go ahead and give them the sketch as well, because I spent so much time when I didn't want to have it go to waste. So you see it's I light boxed it so that I get the basic shapes, and then I go in there and add all the detail with the ink and stuff. So it's a colored ink. Right, Alan, thank you so much. Thank you. I know it's like I'm horrible with names, especially YouTube screen names. Oh, thank you so much. Refilms. Hello, Halder. Yeah, I think it's Halder. So, yeah, we got our little color reference here. I mean, there was a few different armor online, so I wasn't sure which one it was. I had to verify it was this specific one and not the new one. So, anyhow, let's get warmed up. It's so weird. Even though I drew yesterday, I feel like I didn't draw because I'm running around like crazy. And so today, hello, Junkum. I would hope you had a happy holiday. Lucky duck. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Even though I was drawing, I feel like I haven't been drawing since there's so much to do. And so after the live stream, I think I have to clean up the place and put all my paper in my new cabinet. So I'm excited because I think because I'm in such a role with my comic book right now, I just need to clear my brain a little bit and not have so much going on. So besides eating and then falling asleep after eating Christmas dinner, what else did you guys get to do? Because it's been a few days. Uh, yeah, for the people who do know, which Metroid game would you recommend? Because I honestly have not played Metroid yet. I know it's horrible to say that, but if my brother is here, he could tell you. Yeah, what games do you guys like? Maybe at some point I get to play it too. So, per usual, I think I'm gonna outline with what do you call it? Like a brown maybe. We'll mix a brown together. Oh, yeah, I know. See, it's so weird. Like during this time, like the holiday break, everybody just insists on cleaning and putting things together. That's how I feel at least. Oh, my art rep is also dog sitting and kitty sitting. I realize that everybody's traveling right now, so some people had to stay back a little bit and take care of the fur babies. Hello, Tifa. Yes, this is a commission. This will be given to the person that's going to OAX, the convention in Orlando in February. So we have to get all these pre-commissions done before I leave, and then there should be a few slots left for the in-show commission. First come, first serve. So, and I'm gonna figure out how much time I have to draw while I'm at the convention, so I don't take on too much, and then, or sit around and do nothing. So, Mario Kart. So that's the best Metroid game, huh? Boxing Day was taking up and eating all the leftovers. Man, that sounds nice. I didn't make too much food to have leftovers. Or I made pasta, but I mean, it's kind of like a normal dinner, so it wasn't like something special, I guess. No turkey for me. So I'm going to outline, I think I'm going to start with, well, since we're doing the live stream, I think maybe I'll just go straight to Samus instead of waiting. So you guys don't sit there and watch me. I don't have to watch me, what do you call it? Coloring leaves again. Although it's fun, Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii. I remember when the GameCube one first came out, my friend who is a huge gamer, who works at Namco, he was obsessed with the one that was on the GameCube. So while I'm inking and coloring, John is also painting right now. So in the other room, we basically turned the apartment into a drawing studio, art studio at this point. Plenty of art to go around. Hello, Selfito. Metroid Prime, yeah, I heard that one was great. Wolf 10. Metroid Prime 74. How awesome is your name? Prime 1 was the first game I ever played in the series, and I've been hooked ever since. Oh, okay. I should watch some playthrough videos. Hey, Stefan. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas as well. I'm so jealous because you guys always have the best Christmas markets. Oh, thank you, Cleaver. I never get tired of inking because these brushes and this ink is so amazing. I have been trying to find the Kuretake Menzo brush Kolinsky small for weeks now with no luck. Do you happen to have alternatives you think are just as good, like Winsor & Newton Series 7 Kolinsky comp? You know what? I've never used Winsor & Newton Series 7, But if it's anything like this, where it's really sharp and thin, I think it would work. I would love to go and look myself, actually. It's interesting. And I hope I'm not the reason why there's no more brushes left, because I swear I only bought 4 of them. So there should be more left. Unless they're just, you have to be in Japan to get those or something. So this is like a purple that I mixed with an orange and a purple. So there's some warmth to, some warmth to this color. And I'm just gonna move this around a little bit. Someone was saying on the other video that there's a shadow, cast shadow, and I totally get it. But you would think that the window bounce light would be good enough, but it is not. So, and I don't have any room on the right side to add a new lamp, but maybe next week when we stream, I'll figure all that out after I arrange my art studio. And maybe when everything is in place, I could give you guys a quick little tour of my apartment / art studio. It's not very big, so it's gonna be a quick tour. Maybe show you some of the books I have and my art supplies. I think that'd be kind of fun. Are we giving her green hair? Did she have green hair? Because the one that I'm thinking that they wanted was the one with the blonde hair. Oh, I'm sorry, Cleaver. Hope you could feel better. That sucks. Did I miss Michael White? Is he here? Hey, what's up, Michael? See ya, Ross. Yeah. Painting happy little trees. Well, I will be painting a happy little tree today. Happy little swamp tree. Kind of, see? I need to figure out which brush this is. God, I can't talk. I need to figure out which brush this is, because if you don't have the Kolinsky Kiritake Menzo, this one is also pretty good. So it's just it has to be really, there's like a precision that goes with it because it's softer and the tip is a little bit wider. So I like the Menzo brush because it's naturally thin without me trying that hard. So see the lines? Like that. So I'm warming up, obviously. I haven't inked in a while. I've only been penciling and laying out my comic book. So we have 6 more pages to pencil, rough pencil basically, because I don't really tighten my pencils. And then I get to go and ink Neo Wonderland. So we're on our way and I'm so excited. And I have to update the official website so everybody knows the progress. Everybody that backed the Kickstarter. And I'm still trying to figure out the whole late pledge thing because it's so confusing. Because Kickstarter has their own and then there's backer kit, and I'm just like, holidays are kind of taking up a lot of time, so. Tifa, yeah, I prefer to use brushes whenever possible if I'm sitting at my desk. But if I travel a lot of times, it's kind of hard to ink with a brush because I'd have to bring the ink with me. But if I had to ink with a pen, here's my preference. So, hello, Michael. And hello, Crimzone 5193. And so this is what I'd like to ink with Fudenosuke. And these are like a brush tip, and one's soft and one's hard. And so it still looks like a brush without it being like the pocket brush, you know, because those ones, they leak towards the end and it makes a mess and I can't control the ink. And so I prefer not using those pocket brushes anymore if I could help it. I do love how it looks, but it's unpredictable what happens when it starts to run out of ink and makes a mess sometimes. So, and it doesn't dry as fast. And because I ink really fast, I sometimes would smudge my lines before it dries, and maybe I'll try again. It's been a while, but for now I think I'm good because I'm home most of the time when I'm working, so trying to get better at that. Well, get better at working at home instead of traveling and working, which I used to do a lot. Oh, what did I miss? Salato, you draw so beautifully. Thank you so much. Let's see, what did you say before that? Oh yeah, Cleaver, I would love. I'm definitely gonna do the studio tour. The only reason why you guys haven't seen it yet is because it is a huge mess, and I moved here not that long ago, or it seems that way. So I haven't really had time to do anything to set it up properly. So, dude, this brush and this paper combination is so awesome. And since I didn't label which paper this is, I know it's Eon. I just don't remember which Eon boards these are. Comic board bristle. So I think this is a little different than what I was using before, but it has a little bit of teeth, so it the ink sticks to it pretty nicely, and you see like it looks kind of it gives it some texture. So, do I own any action figures? Electric Emphasis. I do, but I don't have any with me right now. I own mostly Gundams, and I also don't have those with me. Everything I own at this point is either in storage in terms of toys and action figures, or at my dad's house. So, and I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get those things back. I always wanted those Sideshow collectible statues, but it was always too much, and when I was able to get it, it's like I changed my mind about what I want, so I never end up getting anything. But what I do want is those 3D printed statues that you can actually airbrush and paint yourself. I've seen some of those online, and it looks amazing. So if I'm going to get a statue, I'd rather have one that I get to, airbrush myself. Yeah, Robbie, you've been gone for a while, but thank you for joining us again. I mean, I didn't stream last week, so you didn't miss anything. Man, this is so much fun. I love this paper and brunch brush combo right now. It's pretty awesome. And the ink. So, I'm in heaven. Let me change that. Maybe that helps. Get rid of some of the shadow. Okay. Oh, I know, Stefan, I could, huh? But then, do I really need to pick up a new hobby? Because I have plenty to do. I wish I could do that, though. That sounds like so much fun. But then I'd go overboard, and I'd start making little miniatures and towns and stuff, and places for them to hang out, and then it would just be going overboard. So, are you talking to me, John, or yourself? Oh, okay, yeah. See, he knows if I got a 3D printer, I would probably go overboard. Hello, Selfito. Hello from Argentina. It's strange to write through the translator and not know what you're saying. Aw. Yeah, I know. In fact, I was trying to watch a video. It was a Japanese artist, and it was auto translated, and it sounded so weird. But it's it's better than nothing, I guess. So I probably sound funny right now. You need a new house for your 3D villages. I would probably do castles and dragons or something. Oh, don't get me started. Or cyberpunk, you guys. Yes, Stefan, what a great idea. Look what you've done. You're going to get me into trouble again. We're going to get a 3D printer and print out Pocky and my characters. And I get to use Blender again. It's been a while. But yeah, maybe when I finish the comic book, I'm totally down to do all that stuff because that sounds like a fun hobby to have. and also finish video games. There's not enough to do. I mean, yeah, he's like, stop giving her ideas. She keeps coming up with these ideas because of you guys. So he's gonna turn off the stream. Oh, I'm sorry, Salfito. I know how that feels. Hello, Ronaldo. Nice to meet you. Salute. Saludos. I need to learn more languages at this point because the auto translate probably sucks. Hello, Black Tigress 247. We're inking knee pads. Maybe I should, because it's a live stream, I'll just go to the pretty part. You know, like the one that everybody wants to see is the face, and then some of the armor. Maybe instead of just spending all this time in the helmet, maybe it's kind of fun. The Ghost in the Shell one was a fun one to ink. The one we did a couple of weeks ago. I hope that's dry. Cameras are turning off. Oh, I understand, Sulfito, but it looks like it's working right now, the translator, because I think I know what you're saying. Hopefully, I'll try to speak slower so that it could translate me better. Yes, a 1 in 10,000 version of Shangri-La. Joel, that would be a dream. So, you know what I actually saw was those book nooks where it's like a miniature little town or a street that you could put in between your books, and I want one so bad. And I saw a cyberpunk one. I was so excited. And it made me sad because I'm like, well, I could buy one, but I would rather just make it myself. And put LED lights and stuff in it. That would be cool. Dreams. And maybe I'll find someone to manufacture it because I know that there's people who are able to get those made. So hello, Rachel. You want to have fun plans for New Year's? You know what I'm doing for New Year's, JD? I am going to probably draw and play video games again. Sounds like a good time. You know, I don't mind adulting too much. I think when you have this kind of schedule, it's like it's hard to complain, even though I do complain about my schedule. It's like, I have it so hard. I have to draw all the time and play video games at night. Oh, awesome, Black Tigress. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I could understand just from the design alone and the game. I mean, I used to love side scrollers, so I really should try to play it. But then the newer ones are different, so I'm sure they're just as fun. I'm curious to see, though. I'm skipping around again. Honestly, the only thing I know about English is red. Oop. I'm moving it around and it's kind of blurry. Sorry. See, this is a different color. I don't know if you guys could tell on the camera. So this is more purple right here. And over here, it's getting to be a little bit more like brownish orange, which I really like because her armor, that's kind of the color scheme. It's like, you know, like a like an orange and gold and red, and so the outline would be kind of cool. I prefer not using black until I have to, so adds a little bit of depth to my line art and more interest, I guess. I had to do a lot of research for the race scenes because there's going to be the race that happens in the comic book. It's going to take like 5 or 6 pages, so I had to go and do tons of research for like F1 and stuff, and then I got obsessed. So I totally get it now. Because we were going to mod our cars and kind of custom build them in the comic book, so I figured I should probably learn how they do all that stuff. So what, John? Did you sneeze? Ford versus Ferrari. Oh my god. It's almost like saying GoBots. I watched Ford versus Ferrari, and that was an amazing movie. I was waiting to see that for a long time, and finally it was available. So F1 was awesome. But in terms of how I didn't finish F1 yet. I think we have another at least half an hour left of the movie, and we're going to finish it tonight. And then John found one called Lamborghini, which is probably about Lamborghini. It's probably just about the car. And I think even learning how they build these cars and their thought process behind it helps me out a lot. So I'm not just looking at them going really fast on the track. So it's very, very helpful. Especially when you're designing your own cars to some extent with tons of inspiration from real cars. But for the sake of copyrights, trademark strikes, I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, that's gonna be dark right there. All right. So I'm just doing mostly outlines right now, just to get the shapes. And the trick for me mentally is when I'm working on a deadline, the more broader shapes and outlines that I do, the more I feel like I've accomplished and made some kind of headway. So it makes me less anxious about my deadlines. And so when I'm doing this on a deadline, I would normally do what I'm doing now, where you see mostly outlines first and then the details later. And you guys know I do faces last, unless the whole panel is like a close-up of a head or something, or a face. Oh, okay, so I'm worse. So I finally finished Final Fantasy VII, played the game in 1999. My brother sat and broke disc 3 26 years later. I finally finished the game. Well, worse, guess what? I was trying to play right after I was playing Expedition 33, which was probably not smart because I'm like, I'm just going to go and play another RPG. And I had to rememorize the controls again. So I was like, never mind. I'm just going to finish one game first and then go to the next one. But at least I have a collection of games I could play at this point. And I was going to finish the Resident Evil 4 remake before the new game comes out. So much to do, so little time. And maybe at some point I'll figure out how to stream my gaming, but I suck at it, where I'm afraid I might cuss way too much. So I probably can't monetize my live stream if I do it at all, because yeah, it's kind of hard not to curse. Oh, Bullet Witch, that my boyfriend could not. Oh man, and it's the hardest level too. So funny thing here is whenever I play video games with John, I swear I kind of want to strangle him. Back in the day, he always wants to play on the hardest mode possible, and mind you, we haven't even played on normal mode yet. And so we would play co-op, and he'd pick the hardest mode and hardest levels, and I would just be dragging my feet just playing with him, and it's just like, almost like couples therapy in a way. Thank you so much, Cleaver. How do you copy your pencils or take the risk? So okay, so this is the sketch, and then I call it a light box, but it's more like a light panel, a LED panel, and I go over some of my lines, and I don't put all of the detail in. But then what's nice about having a sketch is I could then tell like how much of it I want to keep and how much of it I want to just leave out when I start rendering, because I know I like this face right here, so I'm going to try to get as close to this face as possible. And you know, you do take a little risk, but at the same time, when you over outline like everything that you or redraw everything that you did in the sketch, it stiffens the art, so it's okay to just kind of leave some things blank and then just kind of fill that in with detail later. It took me quite a while to really get into clear obscure because I was taking so long in between sessions, and I had to keep relearning the controls. Yeah, especially the parring and the dodging. I should probably play tonight so that I could cry some more and also get used to the controls. I cried, which is ironic because I was like, I'm not gonna cry. I've seen a few people playing the game and they said how sad it was and people had tears and stuff, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be ready for it. But then, and I mentioned this in my Discord. It's not until you play it yourself and you don't have someone else's commentary that you have your own emotions. And yeah, the prologue just that made me cry. I don't know why. It just did. Maybe it was the music and just playing through the first few minutes of it. Hello, Antonio. That's your real name. Thank you so much as well. Oh, Wukong. My brother was telling me about that. This is probably the most recent, more, I feel like, faithful iteration of the Monkey King, so that's cool. Graphics look amazing, of course. So I have to finish watching all these racing movies and documentaries, like is it Drive to Survive or something like that, and then I could go back and finish watching. Fallout. I say Fallout New Vegas. I mean season 2, but just basically New Vegas. But by the time I finish all these other things, there'll be more episodes to watch because they only come out once a week. Robbie, yeah, you know what? Everybody loves that movie, and only watched. I think I watched 20 minutes of it, so I haven't really gotten into the movie yet. And I have to find my copy of it because we got it as a Blu-ray for Christmas the other year. So, Drive to Survive may very well suck you into Formula. Suck. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant it sucked. I'm like, oh, I started watching a little bit of it. Um, Yeah, I think it's just the building the car and trying to improve on a car, and every team and engineer, even the people who change their tires, they all get like a ranking as well. It's a lot like bull riding, same thing. So I think it's cool. I thought it was just, for a long time I thought it was just cars going really fast, but I didn't know that they were all basically, they had a set of guidelines and it's all different. Not all different, but you know, basically a science project all the time. So yeah, I know it's such a fascinating thing, and so I didn't understand how teams worked before until I saw Ford versus Ferrari, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I learned about Max. So all those little stories are really really cool, and now I gotta understand how that whole dynamic works after I finish F1, the movie. So that should help me out a little bit. But in my comic book, it's every man for himself. At least at the early stages of getting ranked, before they move on to you could call it the Grand Prix of my comic book. So and then we went down the rabbit hole of old Lamborghinis and Ferraris yesterday, like looking at all the old models and seeing which one we'd we'd want to buy if we ever, I don't know, had a few $1,000,000 sitting around, lying around somewhere. Okay, so John wants me to ask you guys, are you guys a Ferrari person or Lamborghini person? I think I'll make it those two cars for now, and then we'll go from there. Who did you base Lady Mechanica's face on, and can I have her phone number? Michael White. Actually, you should ask Joe that. Her name is Kato, and she's a model, and she's on Instagram. I forgot what her handle is. I think somebody on here is gonna know who she is. That's she's based off a real person, and Joe kind of modeled after her in her designs for early on, and so that's where that came from. The early cars without the wings look scary cool. What years were those? I forgot when they started having wings. Ferrari since I was little. I was always Ferrari, and my brother loved Lamborghini. Ferrari 3. So Stefan loves the Ferrari 348 TS. One question: when is it not cool to base a character off someone you know? I think you just have to ask them, I guess, for their permission. I mean, I've done that a few times, and I would let them know ahead of time before I did it, if I did it. So, yeah, it's always good to ask permission, even if it's someone you know really well, too. Oh, geez, your Apple Pencil tip just broke, Rain. I had to buy extra tips just in case, but the funny thing is, I haven't used my Apple Pencil in quite some time, so I have like a whole pack saved up. But then John uses his iPad a lot, so I mean, I guess he's lucky that I have extra nibs for him. But I have a funny story. Early on in my career as a comic book artist, I had a deadline, and I had an old little Cintiq. No, was it a Cintiq? I think no, it was it was still a Wacom tablet, so not a Cintiq. And it dropped on like a hard flooring, and the whole entire pencil basically broke. And luckily, there was a neighbor in the other building, like my friend's friend, who had a Cintiq he wasn't using, so I bought it from him. But back then, it's rare that anybody would have a Cintiq, so I just got really lucky. McLaren's, you know what? I don't know much about McLaren's. Robbie, I should probably look that up. Also, I tried Smudge Protect Glove. Maybe my hand is too big. They can be uncomfortable. Wolf 10 Media. I think they have different sizes. I have an extra small, but sometimes they come just standard. There might be different sizes if you try to buy them individually, because I got this one. I think it came with one of my tablets that I bought. So I did buy them individually, but I don't see that brand. I think it's called Smudge Guard. I don't see them on Amazon anymore. John Brown, for me personally, it is faster for me to ink on paper than on the computer, because I have this tendency to zoom in and out too much, and sometimes that distracts me a little bit because I think I keep changing my line, my nib size, pencil size or pen size in the program. So that's just a personal thing for me. And I like the tactile, experience of like inking on paper. So this also being able to enjoy it too, on top of the fact that it's easier for me personally. Okay, yeah, refilms. I haven't seen Smudge Guard in a while. It's been a few years since I looked. I could check again. I wonder if they made a comeback, because they stopped. I stopped seeing their products, and it was all these other brands that showed up with Smudge Guard. So. Yeah, I get it, Wolf 10 Media. I've been doing this digital. I did digital art for a very long time. So to me, it's and I used to draw on paper before I had software, so it was kind of like I was lucky in that way. I don't know how it's like if I was to start now and you have all this access to all this stuff, and most people will start drawing digitally. But my comic book will be colored digitally, so I get to play in both playgrounds. So. You could still do it. If you have an iPad, I think the easiest way to start drawing digitally is iPad and Procreate, for sure. And honestly, if I was to draw like digitally all the time, my favorite program, I like using Procreate to draw, and the iPad. I think it's just something about it works really well. Maserati. Dang. Any wishes for your upcoming birthday? Getting phone calls. I will have to call them back later. My birthday, what my wishes? Well, I always wanted one of those cabinets you see behind me, the black one, to put all my art supplies in. It's heavy duty. It's supposed to be for like the garage and serious types of stuff, but I'm going to put paper in there and art supplies, so hopefully that helps clean up my workstation. So that's what I wanted, and I bought it for myself. So I bought myself a birthday gift. For my birthday, I want to be able to finish my book, and that would make me happy, and figure out all the logistics. Start ordering all the items that we have for the Kickstarter. That would make me happy, and being able to play video games uninterrupted. That would be nice. And I'd like to eat some cake, like little slice of cake, like a tiny sliver. I don't eat that much dessert, but I would like something like that. So Robbie, speaking of digital versus traditional, you talked about your scanner again, one or two streams back end, because I only do traditional. I got a 78 to 20 for Christmas. Oh, awesome! So is that the newer one? Because I still have the old one, and honestly, there's one thing I realize now, because I'm doing it more, I don't like about my Epson Workforce 7720 is I try to feed, like, you see how thick this paper is? Sometimes it gives me a paper feed error if you feed it through the back, because it's so thick it can't pull the paper in, and then I keep having to open it up, close it, and so it'll take me 3 or 4 times before it feeds the paper properly, and I could print my Neo Wonderland logo on the art board that I'm using. Yes, John, this is Samus. I am inking. At first I was going to ink her the face and everything, but I think I'm just going to, I'm just going to leave the leg, because there's some stuff I want to fix, so I'm going to wait before I do that. So I guess I'm going to start inking her face. And because I like this sketch version so much, I think I'm going to do a little bit of penciling right now to make sure it looks exactly how I want it. So I open my lid to put in my pages to getting scanned. Yeah, that's what I have to do too. But when it's a double page spread, but my printer, my scanner is pretty good about like being able to scan 11 by 17. So luckily that doesn't happen very often. But sometimes I'll draw really big pieces and it's not fun because you get some light bleed into the scan, and so it's kind of hard for Photoshop and stuff to stitch it up. Okay, so per usual, because the nose is so small, tiny, and delicate, I'm going to use a multi-liner to ink her nose. See if we get a thin one. Okay, perfect. So this is a 01 sepia micron. Who does the coloring? For my comic book, you mean? Or I do, if you mean the comic book. And so same with this one. So I'm going to be coloring this one as well after I ink it. I'll just outline it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. And you know, I wonder if it's gonna take me 2 streams just to finish this piece, because I'm gonna put a lot of detail into it. And sometimes that's what I do. Like if I don't finish a piece that I think would be something you guys could get some base knowledge out of, I would probably do it twice or do the stream a couple of times just so you could see all the progress. So, all right, we got the nose. Whew. That was scary. Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades. I do it all. Art-wise, it's fun because I get bored doing one task. So whenever I get to do other tasks, I will do it. So let's see. Now the question is, do I want to ink her eyebrows with a brush or with a pen? I'm thinking I should be brave, you guys. I'm just gonna do it with a brush. Okay, here we go, guys. We're gonna do it. Okay, let's make sure first that this works. Okay, I want to make sure that this line is super thin. And there's like, and then I could do her eyebrows. But I'm gonna procrastinate again because I always do this. I'm probably gonna do her face, her outline first, because if I mess up the face, you guys know it's not fun. And then I have to go and correct it later. So just because I'm chicken, I'm gonna use a lighter color. Nope. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you so much, Zaydart. Happy holidays to you. Ah, now see, I'm glad I did that. I might go silent for a few minutes until I finish inking her her face, because that takes all my concentration. Oh my gosh, Stefan, that's horrible. I haven't used eBay in quite some time, so because of stuff like that. Okay, I need to make room for this part right here. Don't panic. It's okay. It's just a little ink. We will fix it later. Oh my gosh. My heart stopped. I'm like, no. It's okay. It's okay. You know, even with traditional art, there's always ways to fix things. I mean, nowadays at least. Yeah, you guys can't really see it, but I can. So I keep telling myself, don't do anything stupid. Okay, give me a second to breathe. Oh my gosh, Michael White. You know what? I actually had that same thing happen. I ordered something, and when the box showed up, there was nothing inside of it. I was so upset. So Rachel, yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can't fix. I mean, sort of. Yeah. I want to erase and do some stuff with the hair, but I'm afraid it's not completely dry yet and it's going to smudge. So I'm going to do something else for now. Till I'm sure it's completely dry. You know, that's how I roll. It just, that's the joy and pain of doing things traditionally as well. You know, happy little mistakes. There's no mistakes, or happy little mistakes. Yeah. Happy little accidents. That's what I meant to say, not mistakes. Accidents. Okay. Moving right on along, I think we'll do the helmet now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's awesome, Rachel. Yeah, sometimes it does work to your benefit, and sometimes it doesn't. And you know, I'm a little bit more careful because this is a commission. It's not like an interior page where I could get away with, you know, not making it perfect here and there. I was supposed to draw Psylocke first, but because that's the charity piece for the convention, but this one I started drawing first because I was so excited. So I'm going to get this one done, I think, right before that Psylocke one. So we might have a stream where I'm actually also doing a full body Psylocke. Okay, I think we could go back to the face now and also the hair. Ooh. Okay, we'll use our Palomino Pearl. Oh, thank you so much, Darth. Oh, 14 by 17. Huh, that's an interesting size paper. What kind of paper are you using, Yev? Hello, Harlan the Goat. It has been a minute. Hope you had a great Christmas. Okay, so let's try to do the hair. See, I'm avoiding the face again. Let me see. I have time. We have over an hour before I'm gonna go do some errands, but should be able to get to the face and start coloring some of the armor, just a little bit of it. I'm gonna leave this left leg because I want to fix it a little bit. So Strathmore 300 series bristle. Oh, cool! Wow, I didn't know they had 14 by 17. I think the only other size I use is 12 by 18, and 11 by 17 is my standard. Judge Anderson from the Dread comic. Oh yeah, I've seen it quite a lot of amazing artists doing Judge though. I like to try out characters I haven't drawn before, and I think I might be wrong. I might have drawn Samus with just the blue outfit suit, but this is the first time I've drawn partial suit, which is fun. I like drawing armor. And in fact, you know what? I should probably stop with the hair because I wanted it to have like a light outline. So I think instead of having purple, I'm going to clean my brush off. I'm going to probably ink that with like orange or something. Brown maybe. Or maybe I should just ink her face. I should just not procrastinate anymore. Okay, let's try it out somewhere else first before I mess up. Happy little accident. Oh, thank you so much, Darth. I love it. I love inking with. I think it's a challenge, but it's also fun when I actually do it right. I feel like the execution of it is good. Is using a brush to do straight edges. I think that's challenging, but it's a lot of fun when it turns out the way you want it to. Okay, so face. Should we do the face now? Let's just do it. I'm just going to use a light color so I don't have to worry too much about messing up. This is always the toughest part. I had to hold my breath for that part. Okay, now for the other eye. And I could think upside down for this one. Whatever I do, don't sneeze. Okay. Yeah, you could breathe now, Michael. No, not yet. Actually, hold your breath until I'm done with her lips. Then you could breathe. Man, you know how fun this would be to actually airbrush the actual character model. You know, like a model kit. I would love to do that. I got like addicted to watching videos of people 3D printing these figures and then airbrushing them. Is so much fun to watch. Okay, I think that one turned out okay. Darth, I have drawn Bayonetta. I drew her back when I had like a DeviantArt page. That was a while ago. And Dante from Devil May Cry. So yeah, I have drawn her. She's a lot of fun because she's got so much stuff on her costume that it makes it interesting to draw. So there's a race car outside in the snow. Hope he doesn't spin out. The roads are super slick right now. I slipped twice walking back home. Yeah, it's there's a lot of snow outside. It was completely dry yesterday, and then I woke up this morning and well, it was just snowing like crazy. So didn't get it on Christmas though. And there was a cute little bunny rabbit hopping across the alley today. There's wild rabbits out here, which is interesting. They're cute little gray ones, and they have like fluffy white tails. They're so adorable. Every once in a while, I'll see them underneath cars and stuff, and it's just amazing. That's our version of the squirrel. Oh, I mean, I can imagine. Yeah, it's probably nice not to have snow, but at the same time, I do love snow. I just don't like it when I have to drive or walk in it when they haven't plowed the streets yet. Okay, I'm gonna do your pupils last, I think. Okay, I can breathe now. Okay, see, what color do I want her lips to be? We're gonna add some magenta and a little bit of orange, I think. And I want it to be very delicate, so I'm probably gonna water down the ink quite a bit. Make sure I get all the purple off. And this is hard to get off. I think this is okay. Yeah, I think if I had to pick one of those exotic cars, I like Lamborghinis. Yeah. A little orange, I think, because right now it's still a little bit on the magenta and purple side. Hopefully this helps, but it is not helping. It's making the color darker. Weird. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, it's purple. Okay, weird. Maybe I'll just, I didn't want to use red, but I will use red. Oh, take care, Wolf Media. Thank you for hanging out with us. Have a great weekend. And Happy New Year's if I don't see you sooner. Okay, let's do that again. I might actually just wait until I do the skin tones because I want it to be like a soft lip color instead of something too obvious. So, but for now I think this is okay. This is a good placeholder. And then when I add the skin tones, I think it's going to blend in pretty well. So even though it's a little bit of magenta, I think it's okay when I add the skin tones. It adds a little bit of flesh tone to it and shadow. So almost like blush. So I'm trying something new here. Because what's nice about the India ink is it's translucent, and so when you put another color on top, it adds a lot like Copics, where it blends in pretty nicely. So at least that's what I'm hoping for. Alrighty. I think I held my breath again. It's just, yeah, I think I'm okay now. I'll do the eyes or the pupils later, so I could, because I want to make sure I like the eyes in the sketch here, so I'm gonna have to try to copy that somehow. Is this the base Varia suit? I don't know, Darth. I think everybody else knows more than I do. Which suit is this, you guys? What is this one called? Why is this so dark? Oh, there's purple in here. That's why. I need to clean that out. Okay, you're probably right. I think there's only, even though there's a few games, there's only a few variations of the suit, right? For the most part, it looks close to each other. Oh man. Yeah, let me throw this away. Okie dokie. Okay, we're gonna go for the yellow. Why not? And this right here. Yellow and a little bit of orange. So the new one I heard was like purple and pink, was it? And red? I'm trying to remember. I saw it on when I was Googling it, so I think we're gonna add a little bit of, no, green? No, this is the orange. Orange and maybe a little bit of purple to get the yellow that I want. So I want like a sepia yellow. Okay, perfect, this works. Oh, awesome, Fraser. Yeah, I appreciate that. Sometimes I think I'm just talking to myself or thinking that it's only going to help me out, because I started my YouTube channel because I would use so many different types of techniques and art supplies that I forget what I do. And so I was like, well, if I'm going to try to remember this and I could film it, then hopefully that will help other people out, and maybe someone could help me out with stuff. So it's been quite the journey. I think it's going to be 10 years and a bit. I started in 2018 or 19 or something like that in Hawaii. So 2018. Thank you, John. It's like I have my own Siri or Alexa. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, John does, doesn't he? So, Rain, I started actually with Procreate 5 years ago. Love it. Want to do more original art, especially mixed with my first comic in 2026. Awesome. You got to do it. There's so many awesome tools to use nowadays, and a lot of people on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that showing their process. So it's like it's so exciting to create. I know it sounds like there's lot of stuff out there, but actually that means that there's just more out there for all of us. So, and it's such a new like wild west right now with comic book art or industry, you know. That what am I trying to say here? Is that I think it takes a bunch of us to try to figure out how things are going to be and the road forward, you know, moving forward with, you know, less and less comic book stores and bookstores and outlets to carry books and stuff like that. And then there's all these digital outlets like webtoons and all that where everybody could see your work. So, and then there's Kickstarter. Halo 4, Sarah Palmer. Why do did I play Halo 4? I don't think maybe I did. No, I don't think I played Halo 4. Sarah Palmer would be an interesting fight. I'm gonna have to Google Sarah. You know, and that'd be another fun commission. Would be because I actually did one Master Chief for my buddy a couple years ago, and it was the last time I drew a Spartan. So, or Gears of War would be kind of fun. Anything with like a lot of crazy armor, I think would be fun to draw. I've yet to be commissioned to do a Gundam yet, and I guess that's not a bad thing because it might take me a while, even though it'd be awesome to do. I'm just wondering when Vince is going to show up today, you guys. Yeah, Marcus would be cool. Yeah, for sure. That armor is so sick. And then, you know, who else would be fun to draw? Somebody with armor, like legit armor. Something with a dragon maybe would be cool. Geralt would be fun. I'm getting impatient. I want to do the skin. So, Death Sight from Gundam Wing. Nice. That would be fun. So I'm putting it out there like, hey, if you guys want a commission, and there's a slot available. Those are the characters that I would probably like to draw. Sometimes people have their specific preferences, and other times someone's like, you know, they'll give me a few different characters they want, and I get to pick from them. So that's how I ended up drawing. Samus, because the other option was Princess Mononoke. So I'm not gonna, you know, skip on an opportunity to draw Samus, that's for sure. And this awesome jungle, as you guys know, I love to draw my greenery. So okay, this is like a placeholder for now, and then let's do some. Let's color her face so that we could get at least the face done today, which shouldn't take long. Oh, Darth, that's awesome. This is basically my first time drawing her. I've drawn her one other time, I think, but not with the suit on, so this is the first. Okay, let's do this again. I'm just procrastinating. I'm gonna clean the water up because I don't want, well, maybe it's not bad. Water is like pink. See, it's like magenta almost. So it's It's gonna mess up the other colors, so I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Skin time. I pre-mixed this a while ago, what, like a month ago? Oh, it's still in here, sweet. You guys can kind of see the pre-mixed skin tone, as a base skin tone that I did a while ago with a little bit of white, orange, I think that was it, maybe some red. So I only need a little bit of this, but last time I did it, it was so messy. I'm almost thinking just do it from scratch, because the only thing that where her skin tone is showing is her face, so I could probably just do this from scratch. Oh, trust me, Darth, I wanted to draw this piece, so I'm willing to make it work. I looked at so many references online, and you know, I printed this one out just for the armor itself, and I'm so stoked to make the armor look kind of metallic. That's gonna be fun, like the light bouncing off of it and stuff. I can't wait to do that part. So that said, let's get the skin out of the way. Get all this purple off the brush. Man, this is not coming off. Maybe a little bit of purple won't hurt, but ooh, there's a lot of purple on this brush. What is going on here? Okay, that should be okay. Okie dokie. This should be good. Nope. A little bit more yellow. Okay, and we're gonna add some FW acrylic liquid ink. Smashed a Smurf with that once. It's amazing. I still have the armor. Speaking of smashed, how many of you guys have, I'm pretty sure most of you are going to say yes, have played Smash Brothers? I have not played that. I don't, you know what? There's a reason why. I think I don't think I've ever really owned a Nintendo. My brother did, so I never got to play some of these games. The only game I really got to play was Mario Kart. So. Okay, that's too pink. We're going to add some yellow. And I don't have that much yellow. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to go buy my art supplies, you guys. Smash Brothers is your unwinding game? Why does it seem so intense when I see it being played? To rock games myself. Oh yeah, I remember those games. I think I loved Star Fox. That was my game. And the cute creatures. This yellow is doing some weird things here. Because as soon as I add a little bit of yellow, it's really yellow. Let's just water it down. Oh, actually, that's a John. Man, I didn't even give you guys a warning. We're doing skin tones now. Oh shoot, I wasn't ready for that. Damn, that's pretty opaque. Oh, camera died. You say Smash Brothers ends friendships. Well, you know Resident Evil 5 almost ended relationships. It's like, I want to play Chris. I don't want to use a machine gun as my main gun. Speaking from experience, because John and I used to play Resident Evil 5 together, and he doesn't like to take cover. How about that? So, and I'm the one who's like, can we just be a little bit more careful before we start running into the line of fire? And chainsaws. So orangey. So I think it's the camera. It makes it look a lot more orange than it seems. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the side too. It's like, oh, that's some serious amount of. It looks pink. But I think once I start adding the shadow tones in, it's gonna lighten itself up because of the color that's right next to it. So, and then when it dries, it always dries lighter, a little bit lighter. And I had to hold my breath and just go for it because sometimes I overthink things and I just never. It never turns out the way I want it to. So, yeah. So let's see here. All right. I'm trying to think what I would want to do next because I'm kind of skipping around a little bit. I'm thinking maybe we could start on the background too because the thing with ink is I don't like wasting it. So whatever color I have available, I try to do that next so that I don't. That's kind of pretty, I guess. So that I don't waste ink. So. Right now I have a ton of orange, so I could go and do the armor next since she has orange on the arm and top half of her. Yeah, we could do that. Let's do the metallic part. Let's do the fun part. Okay, let's do the armor. Yeah, I think someone asked about green hair earlier, so that is true. Okay, so we have orange. And we're going to use the orange. I'm wondering if I should use a flat brush just because this one would make it so I noodle around too much. So, interesting. Okay. And it's not like an orange, it's more like a bronze. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of green to my orange to make it so it's not so bright. Hopefully that works. Oh, perfect. That's the orange I want. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I don't want the bright orange armor. I want it to be a little bit more like this statue here. Or action figure? Statue? Whatever it is, it looks awesome. So I want to keep it close to that and not too colorful, I guess. Where the color happens, I think, will be like that glowy green. That would be fun to keep it really bright, just so that there's a contrast with the values. Let's see, I'm gonna add some green. yellow parts of her suit. Yeah, that's like a gold yellow kind of. And luckily I have one that's already pre-done that way, so. Yes. All right, a little bit of water and we're ready to go. This is exciting. And I think I'm going to erase a little bit of the lines so it doesn't show through because it's not perfect. Let's see here. Let's fix this design really quick. Because on this drawing or picture, it looks like this. More like this. More angular. So. Okay, that's much better. All right. For the orange. All right. Okay, hopefully this works out. Okay, perfect. Just too much water. And then bring it down and let's see if I can blend it so it looks like it's metallic. Okay. So this is probably gonna dry a little lighter, so I'm gonna add a little bit more green. But at least I know the orange and the green makes it really cool. Cool color. I'm wondering if I could just use the other one and just mix it. It's not holding on to the paint, so. Wait. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Well, I guess what's nice about you guys watching me is when I'm thinking and I think out loud, you know exactly what I'm thinking. So. So for example, let's see here. I'm going to use the other brush to make it darker so it looks metallic. Because you can kind of see right here how it looks. So, too much water. You know, maybe I'll just stick with this brush. It's not half bad. Blending looks pretty decent. Okay, so when it dries, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of water and try to get this gradient you see right here. And that's my goal. So we'll see. Or I could add just a little bit of water now and just kind of do a wash so it's kind of like that. And right now it's a little bit on the red, but you know what's nice about this ink is I add a little bit of yellow and it gets it closer to that orange yellow. I think that's what it is, or bronze. So I'm gonna take my time with that, not rush it too much. So it needs a little bit more green and maybe more opaqueness. So there we go. More green, more opaqueness, less water. I'm gonna try it out over here to see if I like that mixture. Yep, pretty good. Thank you so much, Trust Fall Arts. Sorry, is it Trust Fall Arts or Trust All Arts? Trust. Oh, I'm sorry. Okie dokie. I like this brown that I mixed with the orange and the green. So this will work for the darker part of the bronze. And this is pretty watered down right here. It's kind of, you can kind of see it, it's shiny. See? It's a lot of water. So I have to use it all up before I accidentally smudge it. So thank you so much, Alan Smith. And I love the emoji. Is that a fox? Hey, one mighty R. It's a fox cat. Oh. Oh, thank you for the super chat. And the cute fox cat. He's got hearts. Oh. I have a confession to make. I've been looking for a dog to adopt for like a few days, and I went down the dog rabbit hole and got obsessed, and now I'm like, when am I gonna get a dog? I think after I finish my comic book, the first one, and you guys have it in your hands, and maybe I do a couple conventions or signings, and then I think it might be time to get a dog. But until then, I'm just gonna daydream and look at cute puppy videos. Have a great one, Michael White, and Happy New Year's to you if I don't talk to you, see you guys sooner. I had to go back and watch my video of Aya, the Sakura one, to see how I blended it so smoothly. I forgot what brush I used and technique. So see, that's kind of why it's nice to have videos on my channel to see my technique, because I don't remember what I did. I just know it was fun. And so I think after I do one layer of this color, I'm gonna wait for it to dry and then go back over it with a little bit more yellow. So it looks more metallic. It's getting cold in here. I know refilms, but they're so cute. I'm here for it. We have puppies in the build, or other people have dogs in the building, and a few of them are puppies, and they're so cute. Clearly, they don't know much about the world yet, because they explore and do all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's the thing is I'm glad I got that cabinet because I have to put all my paper in it and things that the dog can't chew on. So just in case. And I think I'm going to name him Bobby or Bob, as you guys know why. So he could paint happy little trees with me. And then he could hang out with me while I'm live streaming. I'd have to put him on my desk though. He's probably going to be a small dog. Smallish dog. Okay, so we're going to do this yellow outline now. So there's a little bit more green in here. I added a little bit more green into the orange to get the outline. Hopefully this works out. Guess we'll see. Yes, that's the bronze. You see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a good green or gold. Thank you so much, Darth. Yeah, refilms. That's what I was thinking. Everybody tells me because John's parents have 2 dogs and we love them, and we know it's a ton of work. So that's why I'm like, no rush. But I will be honest with you, if I make eye contact with a puppy and it looks into my soul, I don't know if I could help myself. Twice that's happened to me and I cried because I left. I was like, I want it so bad. No, I don't want to tell him about the husky. Okay, I'll tell you guys about the husky. John's like, tell him about the husky. So we were going to Home Depot and there's a truck and you could kind of see this furry thing in the back of the truck, and you see some lady pulling out like a puppy. There was a few puppies and one lady was holding a puppy husky. I fell in love with those things. They're so furry. They're like big fur balls with pretty eyes, like different colors. And one of them made eye contact with me and she's like, do you want to hold him? I'm like, sure. She puts him in my hands and and he's just like the fluffiest thing and he had the prettiest face and I wanted him so bad. And I'm like, okay, if I come back out, you know, after I go shopping at Home Depot, I come back out and that dog is still there, then I'm taking him home with me. So of course he was the cutest one in my opinion because he was unique. He was like a gray and white. I came back and the lady that was there before basically adopted that puppy. So I didn't get the husky. Yeah, I know. I knew it was a trap, but I was willing to go along with it. So that's my fault. Oh, I know, Robbie. I know. I hear that they're high energy dogs and they're also very, they shed a lot. So yeah. I know. Deep down inside, I'm like, this is a bad idea, Sia. And, well, it was fate because someone else got him. And at least now, I don't live in a cabin anymore with all this land, so I wouldn't be able to have a husky or a big dog at this point. It would not be practical. Because where all my art supplies go if there was a big dog walking around? Samoids? I don't know what those are. I'm gonna have to look those up. I have drawn Power Rangers Rain. Yes, I have. In fact, there was one variant cover I did a while ago that was a Power Ranger variant cover for, I think it was IDW at the time, right? Or is it Boom? I don't remember. It's been a while. The Dino machines would be fun to draw though. We got a Dorgy. That's cute. There's these two corgis in our neighborhood. So sometimes I think a couple times it happened. We walked past this one house and all you hear is this ferocious barking, and then two of these corgis just come walking towards the fence and they're barking. You're like, oh my god, they're so unintimidating, but they're so cute. But they sound ferocious though when they're
They sound ferocious and they run to the gate to attack, and then when they see you, they just wag your tail and smile.
Oh yeah, that's right. And so yeah, what John said was and then when they see you, they run to the gate and then they smile basically and wag their tails. It's so cute. Okay, let's get some of the patterns in here. Not patterns, what am I saying? Some gold. Let's bling this thing up a little bit so we could get somewhere. Hopefully this is the right one, right color. It is probably not, but okie dokie. This works. This is gonna need to dry because it's pretty wet and thick. Her suit is a lot of fun to draw and color. I love it. Props to the designer, concept designer who did her suit, because it's so unique and stands out when you know, silhouette and everything and colors. Because it's easy to make a mech suit like this look, you know, like the gray and silver and stuff like that, or green even. Thank you so much, Richard. So far so good. I love these inks because unlike Copic markers, you could vary it up so much. So there's more interesting nuances with the color. And the fun part is I could go over it with either gouache or some of the FW ink or acrylics and make it like some of the highlights like a thicker accent. So I'll do that next time. Gotta be brave, because this is a circular, so I don't want to take that away from this by making it too much like an angle. So more water, less ink. So once this dries, I'm going to go over it like over here and get it closer to the color I want. Because right now it looks like kind of peachy. Peaches, 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 peaches. Darth, I don't think I have, and if I have, I wouldn't know which one that one's called. So I'll have to look that one up. How do you deal with painting large areas with the ink, especially dark areas? I basically layer. So I'm gonna try to get as close to this as possible. So I go light to dark if I, oh, you could actually go either way, but if I'm not sure how this is going to form, I would go light to dark, just so I don't ruin my highlights. And just add less water, and usually it works out pretty well. So let's see here. So later on, when this is dry, I'm going to go over it with a darker value of the same color, so that it looks more metallic. Because right now it's, like I said, it looks more like skin than it does armor. It does look good, so good indeed. It's so great to see that you're not rushing anything and taking the time it needs. I think we can all fall into a trap that we easily think pros do everything super speedy. Well, the funny thing is, free films, I am super speedy, and it's kind of one thing I needed to learn to slow down with. I think I've mentioned this before. Like, I'll move my hands really fast, and I could barely think because I'm trying to move so fast, and it doesn't actually make the art better, and I'm not actually going faster. So I'm trying to be more thoughtful and methodical, so it, speed wise, I get the same amount done, and if anything, it looks better. So yeah, I needed to slow down, so I'm glad I'm doing this now. It's kind of like it's kind of relaxing. So now that I'm not like panicky. Hello, Calvin. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a good Christmas. And so today, so far, we have no Vince. You know what I think happened? I think Vince is probably helping the Aspen guys move all of the comic books to the warehouse and stuff. So, but then he did. You know what? That's not true. He was talking smack on the fantasy football chat room. So I'm pretty sure he's got plenty of time to hang out with us, right, guys? Yeah, Darth. I think there's a balance, and I think once you do this enough times, you start to find what your flow is and what works best in terms of speed. So I think right now, and it's easy for me to say because I don't have deadlines for other people, it's my own deadlines. Whereas before it was, I had actual deadlines for comics to get done, so there was this need to like speed through everything. So, but I think now it's okay for me to slow down a little bit more. I know. Yeah, Vince has priorities, right? Talking smack. Next year, I'm gonna do better. I think I'll give myself, or I'll try to remember to, you know, bench some people who are injured and pay more attention because the Kickstarter took up so much time that I, if I'm being honest, wasn't paying too much attention, and that came back to bite me. So I think I might have gotten last place. I went from sixth place almost in the playoffs to last place. That's pretty horrible. So what should we do? I think I want to show the metallic part, so I'm going to try to add some of the gold right here. So see if I can do that. Just going to pour some of this ink in here. I'm running low. There we go. Let's do this. All right. More water. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this with one brush stroke going down. So, which side would it be? It's like Iron Man, so shiny. Right here, maybe. Thank you so much, Corin. Oh, have a great one, refilms. Just say goodnight. Did I miss it? Did we already ask if you'll be doing a New Year's stream, Sia? Refilms, I think I will. So let's, I don't even know what day it is on, but it's going to be right after my birthday, so shouldn't be hard for me to figure out. So we could do how about a birthday / New Year's stream? Let's figure that one out. Yeah, I'll plan that one. Let's do that. And then I could finish this piece right here, because I'm pretty sure we're going to need another stream to get this one done. So have a good evening. Thank you so much, Doris. Yep, let's do it. Let's do a New Year's stream, you guys. Have a good evening, refilms. We will see you next in a few days, actually. So, okay. Do I have any more purple? Let's see. I want to finish off by rounding off her face and kind of making it pop, so some shadow underneath her chin would be a good place to go now. And then I will call this stream done until, I guess, the New Year's stream, so December 31st, I suppose. Bring your party hats and your kazoos. Wait a minute. I didn't do her eyes yet, you guys. Okay. Let me see. Do I have on my desktop a screen grab of Samus's, just her face? It'd be weird if I didn't. Huh. I guess I don't. Wait a minute. I do not. Okay, you guys. Stupid question, but what color are Samus's eyes? Because I didn't save that picture for some reason. Coran's going to ask Eric to see if he can pop on too. You mean Canetti? Mr. Canetti? They're blue. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, yeah. Ooh, let's see. Do we want teal blue? Do we want blue blue? I'm thinking teal. Remember the the celebratory confetti that I had? I still have them in my bin, so I'm gonna do teal. I think that would be a pretty color. Pretty blue. What time New Year's Eve? That's a good question because it's gonna be different for everybody, right? So what time on New Year's? Should we just do New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? You guys tell me what you want to do or prefer, because it's gonna be an odd time. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Have a great night. See you soon, Stefan. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully, maybe see you on New Year's Eve or day. We'll figure that part out. Well, at least I got our eyes. So as soon as I finish a little more of the eyes, I think we will call the stream done. And then I will see you guys in a couple days. You're welcome, Darth. Thank you so much as well. Thank you, Cleaver. Good idea. It's up to you. Hey, look who showed up right before I'm about to leave. Vince Hernandez. Are you serious, dude? It's not fair.
Ask him if he was sulking because of his place in fantasy football.
Why don't you ask him then? Hey, Vince, John was talking smack. Oh. You jerk. That's not right, Vince. I thought you didn't love me anymore. I had all the smack talk. I heard. Oh, Vince said he... Did you see my post in the chat, Vince, the sleeper chat? I was referring to you. Dude, I commented a bunch. You missed them all. Oh, you did? Oh, well, no surprise there, right? Do you think I really want to sit there and have you smack talking to me the whole time when I'm losing? Oh my gosh. Alrighty, you guys. Well, I'm going to see you on New Year's. I'm going to figure out when, whether it's Eve or day, because I guess day makes more sense, because Eve, it's like some of us are going to have New Year already or about to. So. Okay, so I'm going to go talk smack to Vince in the other chat room, so we'll do that off the chat, Vince. So I'm gonna finish this one in a couple days during, I think, the New Year's stream. We'll finish this piece up. So until then, I'm probably gonna do a little bit more of the background and just leave some for me to show you guys, and kind of get a fuller picture of this whole thing. It's like a work in progress. So yeah, I guess we'll see each other on New Year Eve or day. We'll figure that one out. So, all right, I'm gonna scroll up and I'm gonna say bye to everybody. I'm not gonna say bye to Vince. I'm gonna go talk smack. I don't have any comebacks right now, Vince. I'm exhausted. So, okie dokie. Let's see. Goodbye to Richard, JD, Darth, Hillian, Cleaver, Morris, Jeffrey, Stefan already left, Fernando, Coran, Steve, and who we have here? If I didn't say it, and Joel, and Rob, and One Mighty R. Oda Bill, hello, and goodbye, and Calvin. Is it gonna be next year, you guys? Is it gonna be a year when I talk to you guys in a couple of days? I guess so, huh? Take care, and I think I have the Discord link in the description, so please join the Discord if you guys want to come and hang out and post your art and things, your food that you're cooking, pets, and anything you'd like. So alrighty, you guys, I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye.